All right, guys, Chief Kirk for U.S. Law Shield. This week we have a tip of the month. The tip of the month, I think, is simple, but one of the most powerful things that you can leverage in being safe with a firearm. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a simple way to remember the rules of firearms training and safety, and to also allow you a pattern across the gun to keep these rules front and center, top of mind, because if you don't violate these rules, you can't make a mistake with your pistol or your rifle. So I have here, it's it's actually a gun, but it's unloaded. We've checked it 3 times. The magazine's even out. So I hold the gun like this in front of me. I point down here. This is one. The gun is always loaded until I check it myself. So anytime I get a gun or I hand it to somebody, they hand it back, or someone says, look at my new gun, it's not loaded, you still check it. And we do that by pointing to the magazine. Rule number 1, the gun's always loaded until I check it myself. Rule number 2, I move up the gun to the trigger guard. This reminds me that I never put my finger on the trigger until I'm ready to fire. Then I move forward again to the front of the gun where the muzzle is, and I think to myself, never point the muzzle at anything I don't want to destroy. And then I move my hand out in front, but not totally in front, of the gun. And the last rule is, know your target and what's beyond it. Right? So I go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. I'm pointing at the magazine where I load the gun. That rule then becomes, it's not loaded, there's not a magazine in it, but the rule becomes every gun is loaded until you check it yourself. 2, at the trigger guard. Never put your finger on the trigger until you're ready to fire. 3, at the muzzle. Never point the muzzle at anything you don't want to destroy. 4, out in front of the gun. Know your target specifically and what's beyond it. If you keep these rules in mind, you can't make a mistake with your firearm. You'll be much safer, and that'll be good for everybody. All right, this is Chief Kirk for the U.S. Law Shield Tip of the Week.